Once upon a time, in a land where rolling hills met vast forests, there was a village that sat quietly under a sky filled with stars. The villagers lived simple, happy lives, tending to their crops and sharing stories by their fires at night. Among them was a young girl named Alara. She was curious, always asking questions, and her favorite thing to do was climb the tallest hill near the village to watch the stars. Alara was different from the others in her village. While the grown-ups saw the stars as just tiny lights in the sky, Alara believed they were alive, each one holding a secret. She often wondered why they shone so brightly and why they seemed to twinkle as if they were speaking. Her curiosity grew so strong that one night she decided to find the answer. With a small lantern in her hand, Alara set off toward the forest at the edge of the hills. She had heard tales of a wise creature who lived deep among the ancient trees, one who was said to know the secrets of the stars. They called him Solon, the Star Keeper. Few had seen him, and fewer still dared to venture into the forest at night. But Alara's curiosity was stronger than her fear. As she entered the forest, the lantern's warm light danced on the trunks of towering trees. The night was quiet except for the occasional rustle of leaves. Alara walked deeper and deeper until she reached a clearing. In the center stood a tree unlike any she had ever seen. Its trunk was silver, its branches stretched wide, and its leaves sparkled like starlight. Sitting beneath the tree was Solon, a large fox with fur that shimmered like the night sky. His eyes glowed softly, and when he spoke, his voice was deep and kind. "Welcome, little one," he said. "What brings you to the forest at this hour?" Alara hesitated, but then spoke with determination. "I want to know why the stars shine. I've asked everyone in my village, but no one knows. I thought maybe you would." Solon smiled, his tail curling around him. "Ah, the stars. They hold a secret as old as time itself. I can share their story with you, but only if you promise to carry it with care." "I promise," Alara said, sitting cross-legged in front of him. Solon began. Long ago, before there were stars, the night sky was empty and dark. The world was filled with people, just as it is now, but they had no light to guide them at night. They feared the darkness and often felt lost. The great sky spirit saw their struggles and wanted to help. So the sky spirit came to the earth and gathered the light of the world's greatest treasures. It took the glow of fireflies, the gleam of the sun on rivers, the sparkle of gemstones buried deep in the earth, and the shimmer of morning dew. With these fragments of light, the spirit crafted the stars. Solon paused for a moment, his glowing eyes fixed on Alara to see if she was following. She nodded eagerly, urging him to continue. "But the stars were not just lights," he said. "The sky spirit gave each star a purpose. They would hold the wishes, hopes, and dreams of every creature on earth. The stars became keepers of these dreams, twinkling with the weight of countless hopes." Alara's eyes widened. "So when I see a star twinkle, it's because it holds someone's wish?" "Exactly," Solon said. "But there's more. The stars don't just keep dreams, they guide them too. For those who are lost or uncertain, the stars light the way. That's why sailors follow them at sea and travelers look to them on long journeys. The stars remind us that even in the darkest times, light is always near." Alara thought for a moment. "But what happens to the dreams? Do they stay in the stars forever?" Solon smiled. "Ah, that is the most beautiful part. When a dream becomes true, the star releases it as a beam of light, sending it back to the earth to shine in the heart of the one who made the wish. It's why the stars never grow dim, even after countless years. New dreams are always finding their way to them." Alara was silent for a moment, letting the story sink in. Then she asked, "Can I send a wish to the stars?" "Of course," Solon said. "But remember, the stars listen best to those who wish not just for themselves, but for others too." Alara closed her eyes and thought deeply. She had many wishes of her own, adventures, answers to questions, even a pet bird, but as she sat under the shimmering tree with Solon, she realized there was something more important. "I wish for everyone in my village to find happiness," she said softly, "and for the stars to always stay bright." Solon nodded approvingly. "A wise and kind wish. The stars will hear you." As Alara opened her eyes, she noticed that the leaves of the tree seemed to glow even brighter. Solon stood and said, "Now it's time for you to return home. Remember, the stars are always watching, carrying the dreams of the world." Alara thanked Solon and made her way back through the forest. By the time she reached her village, the first rays of dawn were breaking over the hills. She looked up one last time to see the stars fading into the morning sky, and she smiled, knowing they would always be there, holding her wish among countless others. From that day on, whenever she felt uncertain or afraid, Alara would climb the tallest hill and look at the stars. She carried their story with her, just as she had promised, and shared it with those around her. And in time, the village grew to understand that the stars were not just tiny lights in the sky. They were the keepers of dreams, forever twinkling with hope and love. And so the stars continued to shine, connecting the wishes of the earth with the endless beauty of the heavens.